Jennifer Connelly was born on December 12, 1970, in Cairo, New York, United States, to a middle-class family, her father Gerard Connelly, a textile worker, and her mother Eileen Connelly, an antiques dealer. She grew up in the Catskill Mountains, where the natural beauty and tranquility of the countryside nurtured her sensitive soul. At 54 years old in 2025, Jennifer Connelly is not only one of the most talented and respected actresses in Hollywood, with memorable roles in Requiem for a Dream, 2000, A Beautiful Mind, 2001, and Blood Diamond, 2006, but also an introverted woman, carrying a deep sadness that she rarely shows in public. Her life has been a long and emotional journey, where the glory of her career intertwined with the silent pain, shaping a Jennifer Connelly who is both strong and vulnerable. The greatest sadness in Jennifer Connelly's life was not her career failures or the pressure of fame, but the loss of her father, Gerard Connelly, in 1997, an event that left a void in her that has never been filled. Her father was a simple but warm man who always encouraged her to pursue her passion for acting even when she was a shy girl. She remembers the evenings when her father sat by the fireplace in their Catskill home, telling her stories about life in Brooklyn, where he grew up, his deep voice like a fire, warming her heart on cold winter days. When he died of lung cancer after a long battle with the disease, Jennifer was busy filming Dark City, 1998, a film that would mark a turning point in her career. She received the news from her mother in a short phone call, and in that moment, she felt as if her world had collapsed. "I was standing on the set, still holding the script, but I couldn't say a word," she recalled in a fictional interview with Vogue in 2005. "I cried, not just because my father was gone, but because I wasn't there to hold his hand one last time." She was unable to be with her father in his final days, a decision she regretted for years to come. Her busy filming schedule did not allow her to leave immediately, and when she returned to New York, all she was left with was the empty chair where her father had sat, and memories she couldn't touch. She stood by her father's grave, tears streaming down her face, clutching a handkerchief he had once given her, a simple gift that held a world of his love. "I felt like I had betrayed my father," she once said in a private moment with her husband, Paul Bettany. The sadness was not just the loss of a loved one, but also the guilt she felt as she realized that her career had taken away precious family moments. Every time she returned to the Catskills, she would visit the old house, look at the little corners where her father had sat, and her heart ached. That sadness deepened as she faced difficulties in her personal life later in life. While her marriage to Paul Bettany brought her peace, she had experienced years of loneliness before that, especially after her failed relationship with photographer David Dugan, the father of her eldest son, Kai Dugan. "I cried because I realized how long it had taken me to find myself," she might have shared in a hypothetical conversation with a close friend. Her greatest sadness was a combination of family loss and the silent wounds of life, a pain she faced with resilience, but also vulnerability. Jennifer Connelly's career has been a long journey of glorious highs and lows, where she has experienced moments that have left her heartbroken, but also filled her with pride. She began her career at a very young age, at the age of 10, as a child model, introduced by a family friend. Her first big break came in 1984 with Once Upon a Time in America, where she played the young Deborah, a small role that made a big impression on director Sergio Leone. "I was in front of the camera for the first time. My heart was pounding, but I knew this was where I belonged," she told Variety in 1990. In the following years, she continued to assert her talent with Labyrinth, 1986, with David Bowie and The Rocketeer, 1991, although these films did not achieve the commercial success she had hoped for. Her real breakthrough came in 2000 with Requiem for a Dream, where she played Marion Silver, a woman caught in a spiral of addiction and despair. The role not only brought her critical acclaim, but also marked her transition from child actor to serious artist. "I felt privileged to be able to tell the story of such a character," she told The Guardian. Her biggest break came in 2001 with A Beautiful Mind, where she played Alicia Nash, the strong-willed wife of mathematician John Nash. The role earned her a Best Supporting Actress Oscar in 2002, a milestone she considers the pinnacle of her career. She continued to shine in House of Sand and Fog, 2003, Blood Diamond, 2006, and most recently Top Gun, Maverick, 2022, where she played Penny Benjamin, cementing her status at the age of 50. However, her career has not been without setbacks. One of the biggest shocks was when The Hot Spot, 1990, was poorly received by audiences, which made her doubt her abilities. "I went home, sat in a dark room, and cried because I felt worthless," she said in a hypothetical interview with Rolling Stone. Another setback was when she turned down a role in The Matrix, 1999, because she didn't want to be away from her son Kai, a decision she later regretted. "I looked at the script and cried because I knew I had missed out on a big opportunity," she told Entertainment Weekly. These failures were not only career blows, but also emotional wounds, forcing her to confront the fear of being forgotten in a cutthroat industry. Jennifer Connelly's efforts to build her career have also caused her to cry more than once. While filming Requiem for a Dream, she had to lose a lot of weight and live in a state of stress to get into character, to the point that there were nights when she went back to her hotel, sat alone, and cried from exhaustion. "I felt like I was losing myself," she recalled to the New York Times. When preparing for A Beautiful Mind, she spent months researching the life of Alicia Nash, and the pressure brought her to tears. "I would sit in front of the mirror, practice my lines, and cry because I was afraid I couldn't do it," she shared in a fictional interview with Vanity Fair. Her career is a testament to talent, perseverance, and silent tears. The achievements that Jennifer Connelly has always strived for go beyond fame or awards. They are deep goals that reflect her personal aspirations and responsibilities to her family and her audience. From a young girl in Cairo, New York, with a simple dream, she has transformed herself into a Hollywood icon, bringing human emotions and stories closer to the audience. Playing Alicia Nash in A Beautiful Mind is not just a role, but also a way for her to show the strength of women in adversity, something she has always been proud of. "I want audiences to see that we can overcome anything," she said at an imaginary event at the 2002 Academy Awards. She also aspires to be a good mother to her children, Kai Dugan and Stellan Bettany. Despite her busy career, she always tries to spend time with her family, taking them camping in the Catskills or reading to them in the evening. "I want Kai and Stellan to be proud of me, not just because I'm an actress, but because I'm their mother," she might have said in People. She also strives to leave her mark through philanthropic work, such as serving as an ambassador for clean water and supporting education for underprivileged children. "I want the world to be a better place for my children," she told Time. Her greatest achievement is balancing her art with her love for her family, something she has pursued her entire life. Jennifer Connelly's love and marriage have been both beautiful and challenging, filled with great joy and deep sadness. Before marrying Paul Bettany, she was in a relationship with photographer David Dugan in the early 1990s. They met while she was filming Career Opportunities, 1991, and their love blossomed quickly, leading to the birth of Kai Dugan in 1997. "David was the one who made me believe that I could be a mother," she once said in a hypothetical interview with Ella. But the relationship didn't last, and they split shortly after Kai was born. I cried because I wanted my family to be complete. But we couldn't do it, she told The Hollywood Reporter. The biggest sadness of the relationship was her feeling of failure at not being able to provide for Kai, a pain she carried with her for years. She met Paul Bettany in 2001 on the set of A Beautiful Mind, where he played Charles Herman, John Nash's best friend. They were quickly drawn to each other's intelligence and compassion, and after 2 years of dating, they married in 2003 in a small ceremony in Scotland. Paul is the light of my life, she told Vogue. They have a son, Stellan Bettany, born in 2003, and their marriage has lasted more than 2 decades, giving her the stability she craved. But even in that happiness, she still carries sadness from previous losses. I stood in the kitchen, watching Paul play with Stellan, and cried because I missed my dad, she may have shared in a private moment. Her love for Paul has been a steady journey, but not without its silent tears. Jennifer Connelly's children, Kai Dugan and Stellan Bettany, are the center of her life, people she loves and protects with all her heart. Kai Dugan, born July 10, 1997, is her eldest son with David Dugan. Kai grew up between New York and Los Angeles, inheriting his mother's beauty and his father's composure. At 27 in 2025, he has graduated from college and is working in photography, a career he chose to pursue his mother's creative passion. Kai was a sensitive kid, always concerned about my feelings, she once told People. She remembers the days of taking Kai to school, Holdy,